Hello everybody, Board Game Lawyer here. Welcome to my Friday night Twitch. Tonight I'm going to be playing some Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. And so let's get down to the table and see what I'm going to be playing with this evening. So I'm going to be playing T'Challa, Black Panther, against Unus. It's one of the newer villains from the Age of, not the Age of Aquarius, the Age of Apocalypse campaign box. And so he is the first villain in the campaign, so we're going to be playing against Unus today. So I'm still learning some of these newer cards, so looking forward to trying that out. So of course we know the Black Panther is T'Challa. He has 4 recovery in his alter ego form. He's the king of Wakanda, and he has the foresight ability, which is to set up, search your deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Let's take a look at Unus's main scheme. So Unus, his contents are Units 1 and 2, since we're playing in Standard today. We also include the Infinites, the Standard sets, and one modular set, Dystopian Nightmare. Which, these are all the contents, and I'm going to use all the recommended ones here. Our setup tells us to reveal the Gene Pool side scheme. In Expert mode, deal each player a face-down encounter card. We're just playing in Standard today, so no need for an extra encounter card. Let's take a look at the Gene Pool. It says that it's a permanent setup. This is a side scheme that cannot be defeated. Force response. After an ally is defeated by anything other than consequential damage, place 3 threat here. Okay, so anytime that I say, for example, Unus knocks out a ally, then we place 3 threat here on the Gene Pool. It begins with 4 on it. Let's take a look at the other side of Hunting Gene Traders. We're going to flip over to our 1B side, and here it says that it threats out at 11, and if the scheme is completed, the players lose the game. It begins with 0 threat on it, and it has a force response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on Gene Pool. Alright, so let's look at Unus. He says that he has a scheme of 1, an attack of 2. He begins the game with toughness, and it says if the amount of threat on Gene Pool is at least 3, Unus gains retaliate. Well, right now there's 4 on there, so he's got retaliate right out of the gate. If it is at least 6, Unus also gains stalwart, and 9, Unus also gains an amplify icon. Alright, so a lot of his abilities depend upon that Gene Pool over there, that Gene Pool side scheme. So that's everything to set up Unus. Let's see what we want to mulligan for before we do our foresight ability on the Black Panther. So I definitely want to keep the Honorary Avenger, because I would love to be able to go find. So I'm going to call this Wakanda Forever deck, because we're going to focus not so much on Black Panther as hopefully as on Shuri, his sister. And so I want to keep the Suit Up card. I want to keep the Honorary Avenger card. Tactical Genius, I could probably discard that. I can also discard Leadership Training. I'll toss that, and I'm going to toss Blade. And how about one more? Let's get rid of Squirrel Girl, because we want to try to get some double resources here at the beginning of the game. Or maybe even find a nice support, Black Panther support card. Alright, so we have Sidearm. We draw the energy. Okay, good. So we got 1 double resource. We got the Black Panther claws, and we also have the reinforced suit. Now, T'Challa's ability says that I can search my deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to my hand and shuffle. So let's take a look and see which one we want to find in our deck. Let's go look for. Let's take the energy daggers and stick those in our hand. So then we start with 7 cards. All right, we'll close and shuffle. And we're going to for sure use energy to use the Suit Up ability. It's going to cost us 2. It's an alter ego action. It says search your deck and discard pile for an ally and an upgrade that can be attached to that ally and add them to your hand. Alright, so let's go look for Shuri. I want to go find her. Let's see if I can find her. There she is. And then we're also going to go find the Sidekick upgrade and add that to our hand. Okay, we'll close and shuffle our deck. Alright, let's put Shuri in our hand. We're going to put Sidekick in our hand. discard these cards. And now we've got Shuri and a sidekick. We've got a reinforced suit. Now Shuri, she says that after Shuri enters play, you can search your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So yeah, let's do that. Let's spend some resources here. Let's spend our Panther claws and our energy daggers, because remember, we're going to try to feature Shuri in this game today. So there's Shuri. So we spend 2 resources to put her out. Then we're gonna say after Shuri enters play, search your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Okay, so the upgrade that I want to go find is Inspired, because that gives her an additional attack and thwart. So we'll put that in our hand. And we'll close and shuffle. Hey Lex, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, just pop in and say hi. Can't stick around, but look forward to catching the game later. Hope you can have a great game. Thanks for popping in, Lex, and taking a look and see what we're doing. Yeah, we're doing Wakanda Forever deck. So what I'm going to try to do is throw a bunch of upgrades on Shuri, make her our sidekick, and focus on her instead of Black Panther through the first pass of the deck. And then later on, we'll work on getting Black Panther beefed up. So, all right, so we put Shuri out. We went and found the Inspired card. We're going to go ahead and flip over to our Black Panther side so that now we can make Shuri an honorary Avenger. Yep, we're going to bring that to the front. So, yep, Shuri is now an honorary Avenger, because it says play only if your identity has the Avenger trait attached to a friendly character. Attached character gets +1 hit point and gains the Avenger trait. We're also going to give her a reinforced suit, or going to discard reinforced suit to make her our sidekick. So now she has 6 hit points. Bring to the front. Okay. And we're also going to discard the sidearm card to inspire her. Okay, so now she's +1/+1. We'll bring that to the front. And so Black Panther, we can exhaust him to remove 2 threat from the gene pool. And we can also exhaust Shuri now because she's +1 thwart to remove 2 more threat from the gene pool. And we'll place 1 consequential damage onto her. All right. So that's going to end Black Panther's turn. We'll advance a phase, turn things over to Unus. Let's see what we got in our hand. We got the Golden City. We got Wakanda Forever, Kalu, another Wakanda Forever, and we've got the Power of Leadership. Great cards to go into turn 2, especially the Golden City. That's nice if you can get that out turn 1. So anyhow, we're going to place 1 threat on hunting gene traitors. Then we also, as a forced response after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on the gene pool. So we'll do that. Unus is going to attack Black Panther. We're just going to let it go through, and he's going to hit him for 3. 1, 2, 3. Knocks him down to 9. Discard that card, and then we're going to deal an encounter card, which is Prelate Armor. It says attached to Unus, force response after Unus schemes, give him a tough status card. Hero response after you make a basic attack against Unus, spend a mental and a fist resource to discard this card. Gives him +1 scheme. All right. So we'll turn things back over to myself, the Black Panther. Advance the phase. All right. And yeah, I think I'm going to put Kalu out. It says after Kalu enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event. Add that event to your hand. Shuffle your deck. All right, so we're going to play Kalu. We're using the Power of Leadership. Searching the top 5 cards of my deck. Let's make some room here. Here's the top 5 cards. They are Vibranium, Suit Up, Hawkeye, the Power Gloves, Strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those were my 5 cards. The only event that I picked up was Suit Up, which isn't terrible, so I'll grab that. And we'll put these back on top of the deck, I believe. It says add that event to your hand and shuffle your deck. Okay, so we'll put these guys back on top of the deck and shuffle up. All right, and then we'll go ahead and we'll, I think, use the suit up ability. Yeah, we're going to use suit up. We're going to spend Wakanda Forever and a Wakanda Forever to go find. It says search your. Let me read the card again. It says search your deck and discard pile for an ally and an upgrade that can be attached to that ally and add them to your hand. So we're going to go look for. Yeah, we'll just search the deck here instead of drawing everything out because there's a lot there. Let's look at all the cards first. In my deck, let's see, we got, so there's the Sky Cycle. So that's an upgrade. An upgrade that can be attached to that ally, add them to your hand. So we're going to grab the Sky Cycle out. And I'm also going to grab one of the allies in my discard pile. So we'll close and shuffle that. Look through the discard pile. And we're going to find Blade. We'll bring Blade out. He's an Avenger because the Sky Cycle can attach to him. So we'll close. Okay, good. And we'll discard these cards. All right, so then we're going to spin Blade to put the Sky Cycle now onto Shuri. Okay. Let's bring that to the front. Okay, so now Shuri has a Sky Cycle on her because she is an Avenger, because she's an honorary Avenger, and she now has the aerial trait, and her action is you can exhaust the Sky Cycle and ready attached ally. So now she's 1+1 because of inspired. Kalu, he does not have retaliate. Unus does not have retaliate because there is only one threat on the gene pool. So Kalu is going to attack Unus to knock the tough status card off of him, allowing Shuri will exhaust Shuri to do 2 damage to Unus, knocking him down to 10. And then we'll exhaust this, and we'll give her 1 consequential damage for that. We'll exhaust the Sky Cycle to ready Shuri to hit Unus again for 2, so it knocks him down to 8. And we'll give Shuri another consequential damage, and then Black Panther is also going to take a poke at Unus for 2, knocking him down to 6. Alright, we need to place 1 consequential damage on Kalu. And we've got Shuri on the table, who now has a Sky Cycle. She's inspired. She's a sidekick, meaning that she gets +2 hit points. And she has a response. After you make a basic recovery, heal 2 damage from an ally. Alright, so we'll go ahead and advance the phase. We're going to turn things back over to Unus. What did we draw in our hand? We got, oh yeah, I was going to flip down, sorry. Should have flipped down. Yep, and that meant I'd draw an extra card. So we picked up, so we had the Golden City already. We picked up Hawkeye. We got Vibranium, Ant-Man, and the Power of Leadership. So we got some nice ally support in our hand. We're going to go ahead and place 1 threat on Hunting Gene Traders. That means we place 1 threat on the gene pool. Unus is going to scheme, and again, remember, it says force response. After Unus schemes, give him a tough status card. So he's going to scheme for 2, plus 2 is 4. So we'll place 4 threat on the main scheme. So it's getting up there. If it reaches 11, we're done. All right, and then here's our encounter card, and it is Shadows of the Past. So let's make some room for some shadows here. The shadow says, when revealed, search your set aside for a Nemesis minion, put it into play. So here's our Nemesis minion. No, that's not our Nemesis minion. Our Nemesis minion is Killmonger. And he says that Killmonger cannot take damage from Black Panther upgrades. Well, we don't have any Black Panther upgrades on the table. So Killmonger is sitting there now at 5. And it also tells us to bring out the side scheme and put it into play. And our side scheme says usurp the throne, and it has a hazard icon on it. And then finally, Shadows of the Past says shuffle the rest of the set-aside Nemesis encounter set into the encounter deck. If your Nemesis minion does not enter the play this way, this card gains search. So we're going to grab these other 3 cards here. We're going to take Heart-Shaped Herb, Ritual Combat, and Ritual Combat, and we'll shuffle all of those into the encounter deck. Alright, there we go. We're going to shuffle them in. And now we'll have to do a little housekeeping. Let's put Usurp the Throne over here, and we'll put Killmonger over here underneath it. And then we'll just kind of straighten our board state up, discard Shadow of the Past. And so that's the end of Unus's turn. We're going to advance things over and see what damage I can do, if any. Alright, so now that I'm at alter ego form, need to get rid of Killmonger. That's not going to help us. We also need to get rid of Usurp the Throne. We don't want that extra hazard on the table. And I think we could pull that off. We're going to have to we're going to see what we can do here. So we got the Golden City. I'm going to spend 2 resources, 2 Vibranium to put the Golden City out. So we'll put our support over here. Okay, so it's out. We're going to exhaust the Golden City, and it tells us that when we do that, we can draw 2 cards. So 2 cards into our hand are the Mighty Avengers and Suit Up. Well, those are nice. Yep, those are really nice. Let's see. Mighty Avengers is good because it says play under any player's control, max 1 team card per player. If each of your characters has the Avenger trait, each ally you control gets +1 thwart, +1 attack. Now, it's only good if whenever T'Challa flips over to his Black Panther form, because that's when there's all Avengers. All characters have Avengers traded. I could put out 1 more. Let's see, what do I got here? Let's see. Or I could suit up. Mighty Avengers. Hawkeye. Ant-Man. Yeah, let's do this. Let's try the suit up ability. We'll use the power of leadership to pay for that suit up. Okay, and then we're going to go search for all cards. We're going to go find our ally first, which is going to be Blade. So I'll lay it out on the table for now. And then we'll also search we're going to go try to find the gloves. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So let's see. I think the gloves are in all cards, the gloves. Yeah, there they are. The power gloves. We're going to find those because those can actually get put onto Blade. And so we'll shuffle our player deck. So that's our suit up ability. We already spent 2 resources to play it. So now we went and found Blade and we found the power gloves. And I'm going to spin Blade to put the power gloves now on Shuri. Okay, let's make some room here. Power gloves. Bring her to the front. Okay, so now since she's got the power gloves, says after Shuri enters. Okay, let's see. Power gloves say attached to an Avenger ally, which we've got, max 1 per ally. After attached ally attacks or thwarts, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So yeah, Shuri is going to attack the Killmonger. And she's going to pop him because she has the inspired ability, she can hit him for 2. And then because she's got the power gloves now, it says after attached ally attacks or thwarts, deal 1 damage to enemy. So she's going to deal 1 more damage to Killmonger. Alright. And then, let's see, what can we spend here? I wonder if I should have put the Mighty Avenger out first. Yeah, let's do that. Instead of doing that action, let's back up 1 step here. We're going to put Mighty Avenger out. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to spend Ant-Man Now hang on to Ant-Man. We'll spend Vibranium, and we'll spend Hawkeye to do that. So with Mighty Avenger on the table, and then I flip over to my hero form. Now everybody's an Avenger. That would have gave her an extra +1 on the attack on the Killmonger with that Mighty Avengers card on the table. Yep, that's how we. That's gonna be the way to do it. All right, and now that also means that Kalu, he's +1. You know, because he's also an Avenger. We need to place 1 consequential damage on Shuri for that action. Now keep in mind that she does have +2 and +1, so she's 6. So we can exhaust the Sky Cycle to ready Shuri. We're going to exhaust her to do 3 damage. No, remove 3 threat. Let's see, 3 threat. Inspired, Mighty Avengers, and her thwart. 3 threat off of the main scheme. And then that extra damage, she's just going to pop onto Killmonger over there. We'll knock him out. Nope. She's going to take the 3 threat off of Usurp the Throne. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, that's the better choice. We do need to put 1 more consequential damage on her. She's almost defeated, so we got to be careful with her now. She's up to 5 damage of her 6. And then Black Panther, let's see. We'll exhaust Black Panther to remove 2 threat off of the gene pool, and we'll exhaust Kalu to remove 2 threat of hunting gene traders. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's defeated that way. So, yeah. He's beat. So it's getting dangerous over here for the Black Panther, for Shuri, for sure. For Shuri. All right, so we'll advance phase, turn things back over to Unus. Or he's going to place 1 threat on hunting gene heroes. Also going to place another threat on gene pool. He's going to attack Black Panther for 2. Plus this card here is another 2. So he's going to hit him for 5. No, 4. Discard that. And then the encounter card is Infinite Hunter. It says, when revealed, deal 3 damage to an ally you control. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no. That's bad. Oh, I spent this whole first turn building up Shuri. I didn't realize that the Infinite Hunter, when revealed, deal 3 damage to an ally you control. Oof. Well, we can only do 2 or 1 to Shuri, but her, she's gone, as well as all of her gear. Oh, no. That was bad. That was really bad. No, that was terrible. Okay. And then we got the Infinite Hunter on the table, so he stays out there. So maybe that was a terrible risk that I took with Shuri just now. I forgot that there's guys in there that can, when revealed, deal 3 damage to an ally you control. And the bad thing is after an ally is defeated by anything other than consequential damage, place 3 threat here. So 3 threat goes on the gene pool. So things just really swung in Unus's favor just now, and that's really not good. All right. Okay. So we're gonna have to think about this one here. So, all right. So if I were to, oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna need some help here. I've got Ancestral Knowledge. This is an alter ego action that I could take. If we attack Unus, you know what? I got to remove threat. And I got to get rid of this Infinite Hunter, because hunting down genes is going to really mess us up. So I think what we're going to do for this turn is we're going to spend some resources to put Ant-Man out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spend. We'll spend 2 resources to put Ant-Man out. Ugh. So he comes out with 2 counters on him. It says Ant-Man gets +1 hit point for each PIM counter on him. When Ant-Man enters play, place 1 PIM counter on him to a maximum of 4. For each resource you overpaid for Ant-Man's cost. Alright, so now at least the Mighty Avengers is still on the table. So each Avengers ally gets +1/+1 thwart and attack. Yeah, let's exhaust Ant-Man to do 3 damage to the Infinite Hunter. And we'll place 1 consequential damage onto Ant-Man. Black Panther, we're going to exhaust him to knock out the Infinite Hunter. Discard that. I am going to flip down. I'm going to use the Golden City to draw 2 cards. Wakanda Forever and a Genius card. Ugh. We're going to have to use our Ancestral Knowledge, and we'll spin Wakanda Forever to do that. We're going to look for 3 different cards in my discard pile and shuffle them into my deck. So we are going to look for all cards. We're going to look for Shuri. We're going to look for the Sidekick card. Sidekick card. And we're going to look for one more. Let's grab one of these Vibraniums here. Okay, those are the cards that we are going to shuffle in. Okay, shuffle. And then I'll spin the Genius card to put Clarity of Purpose onto T'Challa. We'll hang on to that Honorary Avenger for now. Okay. Alright, so we'll advance the phase. Turn things back over to Unus. He could thread out here if we're not careful. I did get Shuri. I got a Vibranium, and I got my Sidekick. Those were the cards I was looking for. I also have Honorary Avenger. And yeah, so we could get Shuri back out on the table before this first pass. Before this first deck pass. But it's looking pretty dangerous because I got to place 1 threat on the main scheme, 1 threat on Gene Pool. Unus is going to scheme for 2 plus 2 is 4. Oops. Okay, so now it's up to 10. And then the encounter card is Infinite Prelate. It says, when revealed, Unus activates against you. Okay, if the amount on the threat of the Gene Pool is at least 3, give Unus a tough. 6, 9. Yeah, so if he activates against us, he's going to hit us for 2, which is going to push Gene Traitors up over the threshold, meaning that Unus has quickly taken down the Black Panther, mainly because of that critical hit that his buddy put into his sister. So probably should have healed up, but yeah, it just got away from me there, and so he would have gotten a tough card right whenever he schemed. Yep, that was a toughie. Yep, losing Shuri, that was a tough one. Getting that minion out when we did, that really kind of sealed the deal there. And then me flipping down, I probably should have stayed up, maybe took some damage with Ant-Man, but I kind of wanted to take advantage of the Golden City and trying to cycle cards back into my deck before I decked out, which, as you can see in my deck, I only had 3 cards left. So that was my reasoning there, was to try to get her back out onto the table during this first pass, so that the second pass I could focus on giving Black Panther his upgrades. Was this a flawed strategy? Yeah, probably. But it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I'm getting to learn these new cards here, Unus. There's some neat cards. Hey, anytime a minion pops out and takes down an ally, that's pretty sweet. That's good for the villains. So that's a nice touch for the villain side of the table. Good job, Fantasy Flight Games. And yeah, by the way, I am the board game lawyer. I'm playing Marvel Champions. It's a card from Fantasy Flight Games. Enjoying that this evening. You can catch me here on Twitch. Often do it live. And I will upload this one likely to YouTube. If you saw anything, post-production that I may have messed up on, if I should have played something differently, or if I just botched a rule completely, please let me know in the comments down below. It never hurts my feelings. Always like to learn from those kinds of things. And if you enjoyed it, if you enjoy watching the videos, why not like and subscribe? And that'll help ping you for whenever I go and post another video on YouTube. So thanks everyone for watching today. We'll bring you another one here soon. Take care, friends. Goodbye.